Hello dear friends, welcome back to the Futeen channel where I, Saeed, am here to talk about a truly personal future roadmap, and that too right at the cutting edge of this exciting AI era. In my previous videos, I extensively talked about what exactly this personal future roadmap is, why it is absolutely essential for us to have it, how precisely it works, what significant benefits it brings to each one of us, and what specific things we fundamentally need to include in it. And in the very last video, which was specifically about what essential things should be thoughtfully included in our personal backpack so we can effectively build our comprehensive personal future roadmap, I thoroughly talked about 5 distinct and crucial categories of absolute essentials. These included important perspectives, valuable knowledge, practical skills, helpful supplements, and indispensable tools. Today, I want to introduce them. The topic of perspectives is a series of videos in which we need to talk about these viewpoints. Perspectives are the first thing we need so that we can use them. Perspectives are like glasses, like a magnifying lens that sits in front of our thinking, in front of our intellect. It sits in front of the eyes of our intellect instead of just in front of our physical eyes, so that we can look at things, look at the future, look at rights, look at governments, look at ourselves. How do we look at ourselves? How do we look at technology? If our perspectives are not correct, if our perspectives are outdated and rotten, like the perspectives from the age of information and grain, or the perspectives from the age of documents, or even the age of currency draws, we will definitely fail in the future. So, what perspectives do we need? I have prepared a list of these and I will talk to you about them in multiple videos. What is a perspective, friends? A perspective is your way of looking at things and phenomena. In the age of information and knowledge, our perspective was that we needed to be specialists. Traditionally, the idea was that we should work like machines or clocks. In the agricultural era, the idea was that we needed to create a workforce so we could be good farmers and have many children. That perspective needs to change. Today I will talk to you about one of these perspectives. The first perspective we need to have about the future is that no future is predetermined, meaning nothing is certain or definite. All futures are possible. Maybe scenario A will happen, maybe scenario B, or maybe scenario C and D will occur. So we need to plan for those futures that are more desirable for us in case any of them start to happen. We should invest more in those, so we don't have just one certain future. We have multiple futures. That's why the field I studied is called future studies. The S at the end of futures indicates multiple futures. We don't plan for just one future. We plan for several futures. We assess their desirability and examine their probabilities. We try to extract the future that has the highest probability and desirability from among these options. And whenever unexpected events occur that affect our plan, we quickly shift to plan B or even plan C if necessary. The important thing is that we achieve success and satisfaction, not that we are stuck with a specific plan. So the first perspective we need to talk about is that there is no predetermined or certain future, and all futures are probabilistic. But what does probability even mean? Take the carton of milk that comes to my house from the store today. Couldn't it, with some probability, have ended up at my neighbor's house instead? So we have a situation called the actualization right now of the carton of milk that this morning, it came from the supermarket to my house and is now in my fridge. It's been actualized or realized. Before it got here, while it was still on the store shelf, it could have ended up in someone else's shopping basket, so there was a probability it would come to my house, mine. So when we actually obtain something as a reality, when we touch it, experience it, and perceive it, it becomes actualized or realized. But before that, there was a probability that it might or might not come into our possession. Whether this future will happen to us or not. Whether our plan will allow us to meet it, reach it, or obtain it or not. So the first thing we touch and perceive becomes the state of reality. Before that, it was a state of probability, and before that, a state of possibility. That cow from which milk was milked had the possibility of giving milk, but not the possibility of laying eggs. So we have 3 layers: the layer of realities, the layer of probabilities, and the layer of possibilities. We need to be able to work with these layers, with reality, with probabilities, recommend those as well. By working with probabilities, we can gain more possibilities. Possibilities are a deeper layer. It's a layer after the layer of probabilities, and it's the layer with which we become real. Things occur, and we perceive them. There is the actual layer, or the layer of actualities or realities, possibility, probability, occurrence, and so on. These tell us that no future is predetermined, so we do not predict a single future. We plan for multiple futures, so that from among them we can help the one that is more probable and more desirable for us to become reality. We need to understand the system of causes, and we should try, with the knowledge and skills we have and the actions we take, to influence the system of causes that are at work, even though not all of them are under our control. Maybe only 1% of them are within our control, but we should make choices regarding that 1%. We should take actions so that with 1% we can achieve results with 100% of our time and energy. So, what exactly happens when we engage in this process? Our most desired and anticipated outcomes have a significantly higher probability of actually occurring and manifesting, which fundamentally is the entire and overarching purpose of engaging in personal future studies. The ultimate aim is that our most cherished and sought-after outcomes will indeed have a much greater and more substantial chance of truly happening and coming to fruition. That's why we might also switch between different plans. The necessity of making decisions is up to you. The first perspective on personal future studies, futuring, or personal future planning is that you need to know there is no predetermined or inevitable future. And you also have the willpower to have everything in your own hands. With the numerous and diverse choices that you currently have available to you, you should certainly be able to make many more of your truly desired and most favorable outcomes possible for yourself indeed. Make them likely so they can become real for you. If you've enjoyed these kinds of videos so far and think they help you, go ahead and hit subscribe. Share it with your other friends or with anyone you think might benefit from it. More perspectives or in the next videos. I'll talk to you. I will.